Welcome, geometry students, to the homework help video. Please have your book open on page 276. Have your homework out, your calculators, pens, pencils, paper, whatever you need. And let's make sure that your questions are getting answered on these homework problems. Let's start off with number 5. Numbers 5 and 6 have the same directions. The directions state, use the information in the diagram to find the measures. Okay, here we go. What I taught you was simply this. If you have two lines, let me fix my pen here real quick. There we go. If you have two lines that are intersecting, there's 1 and there's 2. If you have two lines intersecting in such a way that you have right angles here and here, and this segment here is congruent to this segment here, which obviously you have all of that. When that happens, then this segment here is congruent to this segment here. Now they're asking us to find the length of JM. Well, here's JM right here. Now if JM is congruent to ML and ML has a length of 12, then JM also has a length of 12. So the measurement of JM would be 12. Okay, let's continue on. Number 6. Well, the directions are the same. First of all, if I have two lines that are intersecting, like this and like this, and they do it in such a way that this line here is congruent to this line here, and I have that, and I have a right angle here and here, and I have that, then I know for sure that this segment here is congruent to this segment here. So if that's the case, I can definitely say that 5x equals 3x plus 8. Now I can solve for x, bring your 3x over, and when you bring your 3x over, it will become a negative 3x, and of course the 3x is gone. So now I'm left with 5x minus 3x is 2x. Bring down your 8, 2x equals 8, x equals 4. Now we're not done. We're looking for the measurement of QR. Here's QR right here, and QR equals 3x plus 8. So where the x is, we're going to substitute a 4. So 3 times 4 plus 8, which would give you 20. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 8 is 20. So the answer is 20. Okay, moving on to numbers 10 and 12. The directions say, let me pause and grab a drink of water here real quick. Okay, the directions say for 10 and 12, find the value of x. That's all we're doing, is finding the value of x. Well, I taught you today that if this line here and this line here are intersecting in such a way that this line here is congruent to this line here, and we have that, and we have perpendicular lines, or in other words, a right angle here and here, which we do, then this line here is going to be congruent to this line here. So we know that x plus 5, the length of this line, has to equal the length of the other line here, which is 15. So bring your 5 over and make it negative, and when you do, 15 minus 5 is 10. In this problem here, they just want us to find x, and we have done that. X equals 10. So the answer is 10. All right, number 12. Here we go. Whenever two lines intersect, like these two lines are here, in such a way that this segment here is congruent to this segment here, which they are, and I have right angles here and here, which I do, then I know for sure that this segment here is congruent to this segment here. So I can state that 3x equals x plus 4. Now bring your x over and make it a negative x, and when you do that, of course, this x is gone, and 3x minus 1x is 2x. Bring down your 4, divide both sides by 2, and x equals 2. Now that's all they want us to do, is just simply find the value of x, so x equals 2. Okay? All right, continuing on to number 16. The directions for, let's see what problems we have left, 16, 18, and 19. Okay, the directions for 16, 18, and 19, all three of them say, use the diagram to find the indicated measure. So in this case, we're looking for the measure of HG. Well, this really is starting to sound like a broken record here, but here we go. If I have two lines that intersect like this, like I do, in such a way that this line here is or this segment here is congruent to this segment here, which they are, and I have right angles here and here, which I do, then this segment here will always be congruent to this segment here. Now I'm trying to find the measure of HG, and here's HG. Well, that segment here is congruent to this segment over here. So if this segment has a measurement of 14, then GH or HG also has a measurement of 14. So the answer is 14. All right, number 18. If I have two lines intersect like this in such a way that this segment here is congruent to this segment here, which they are, and this angle here and this angle here are right angles, which they are, then I know for sure that this segment here is congruent to this segment here. So I can state that x plus 2 equals 2x minus 1. Now, I'm going to bring my 2x over, and when I do, it becomes a negative 2x. And of course, this is gone. I'm going to bring this positive 2 out to the other side of the equal sign, and when I do, it becomes a negative 2. So this 2 is gone, and here we go. Negative 1, negative 2 would give you a negative 3. You're not multiplying, you're combining them. And then there's a 1 right here, even though you can't see it. So a positive 1 and a negative 2. And by the way, if you struggle with your signed numbers, then use a calculator. That's totally fine. A positive 1 and a negative 2 would be a negative 1x. And of course, now we divide both sides by negative 1. These cancel. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is 3. Now we're not finished. They did not ask us to solve for x. They asked us to find the length of PQ. Here's PQ, and PQ is x plus 2. Now x equals 3, so where the x is, I'm going to substitute 3. 3 plus 2. Obviously the answer is 5. Okay, 5. Last problem, and we're finally done. And again, Haley, you're brand new to the class, so remember that the homework assignments will not always be this short. But number 19, okay? Number 19, here we go. Whenever you have two lines that intersect, like these two here, in such a way that this segment here is congruent to this segment here, which they are, and in such a way that I have a right angle here, and I do, then this segment here will always be congruent to this segment here. So I have 3x plus 1 equals 2x plus 6. I'm going to quickly bring my 2x over here and bring my positive 1, make it a negative 1, bring it over there. So if I do that correctly, the 2x becomes negative 2x, the positive 1 becomes a negative 1, this is gone, this is gone, and I'm left with 3x minus 2x is 1x, or just x, and a positive 6 and a negative 1 would be positive 5. Now we're not finished. They want us to find the length of AD and BC. Okay, now let's just stop right now. AD is easy. Look, here's AD. Do you see it? AD. Isn't AD congruent to DC? Sure, they both have one slash, so if DC is 12, then AD is also 12. So there's that answer. That's easy. Now, they want us to find the length of BC, this segment right here. Well, the algebra representation for BC is 2x plus 6. So where the x is, I'm going to substitute 5, and then go from there. 10 plus 6. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. So the measurement of BC is 16. And that's it. I hope the homework help videos are helping you guys. Please do not hesitate to call me or email me if you have any questions.